Hey guys, it's Stack here and welcome back to a brand new Black Ops 4 video. This time I'm going to be showing you the best class setup for the GKS submachine gun. This weapon is nuts. I thought the MX9 was the best SMG in the game and I was so wrong. I'm going to be honest here with you, when I play Call of Duties I normally stick to one type of weapon, so there'll be an assault rifle that I'll only use that. There's an SMG and I'll only use that one for a long time. Certain LMGs I'll only use one of them. And I don't tend to switch between the other classes until I come across someone that's recommending me that weapon to keep trying it. Or I pick it up off the floor when I run out of ammo and I think, wow, this weapon's good. Or if someone keeps melting me with it. And I'm not going to lie, I came across an opponent and he absolutely destroyed me with this weapon with the exact setup that I've got on it. So I used the weapon, I leveled it up to put on the same attachments, and I am in love with this SMG at the moment. I am absolutely destroying people. Now the first thing you're going to choose when you get into a game is obviously your character. I highly recommend going recon anytime using the submachine gun because you want to know where your opponents are. It's going to help keep you alive and help avoid them really long distance gunfights. But you're going to get all the assist score and it's going to help you get your kill streaks, like me, 2, even 3 times in one game of even just a TD. Now don't be afraid of taking this to certain maps. I will run this weapon on every map. I love it. I've even used it on whatever the new snow map is, with the water and the crashed boat in the middle. It is amazing. Like, I will just take on anybody with this weapon because it feels like it has no recoil and it actually does a lot of damage and feels pretty similar to an AR sometimes. So to start this off, obviously with the attachments, you can see I've got the red dot, the first optic. Again, it's my favourite. You can use whichever one you want, but I do not recommend going with anything other than the red dot or the helo. The holographic, if you can put it on this, might be okay. But to be honest, any of the other classes, you don't want the zoom. You want to be as far out aiming as you can. Like, you want the biggest field of view when you're using this. Now for the actual attachments, you're going to need 3 of these, as you will need the primary gunfighter wildcard. So you're going to take long barrel, extended mag, and the suppressor, as you can obviously tell already. These 3 together combined are ridiculous. You're turning the weapon into a stupidly sized ammo clip, so you can just keep getting them doubles, triples. You don't have to reload in between gunfights. But the suppressor is one of the most effective things. The only bad thing about it is it takes off the damage over the distance, but the best thing about this game is that you can actually stick the long barrel on and basically take away that damage drop off that you get when using the suppressor. So if you are going to try this and you don't like everything exactly, you want to try it slightly different, fair enough. If you're going to use the suppressor, you have to take the long barrel, otherwise getting those distance kills, it just becomes a lot more difficult and a bit harder to survive. So on to the gear, and obviously every single time, acoustic sensor, the greatest gear like you can have. There's no other point of taking the whatever the hardline one is to lower your kill streaks. There's not much point of it because, I mean, when I'm running this character anyway with the vision pulse, I always hit my kill streak, so I don't really need to have the lower score to get them. I don't need stim shot, doesn't really affect me that much. I never feel like I've got a use for it. And there's also the body armor one. To be honest, I don't think that should even be the game. I mean, yeah, it might stop you getting one hit by a sniper now and again, but once it's gone, that's it. You're just a normal health running around, so it's a bit pointless to be having that. That's why every single time I'll go the acoustic sensor, as it helps you out just by seeing these little cones on the map so you can see where your opponents are when they're trying to creep up on you. Next thing to set up is the perks. For me, Scavenger is a must with the SMGs because you only come with 2 backup ammo clips. It's just not enough. You will run out of ammo when using this, I promise. If you can stay alive for 5, 6, 7 kills, you're going to start struggling because you're going to have to rely on picking up a weapon. To me, Scavenger's better than that, just for the fact that I can keep using a weapon that I like. I'm not going to have to pick up some scrandy, horrible weapon on the floor with a 4x sight because some guy has no idea how to play the game. So to me, it eliminates that, makes you able to keep your primary weapon that you're enjoying using, that you know you feel comfortable with using. So yeah, Scavenger for the perk 1 every single time. Next up is the Gung Ho. This has saved me so many times just with being able to shoot while sprinting and reload while sprinting. It's going to help you get out of situations so you can reload, get around corners, but it's also, if you're running around a corner, you see someone, you can start spraying straight away, whereas the other guy, if he's not got Gung Ho on, he has to stop, he has to like aim down sight and then shoot at you, whereas you can shoot him while sprinting. You don't have that delay in having to slow down and start firing. Then for the final perk, obviously Dead Silence. You can't go anywhere on this game without Dead Silence in case the opponents do have the acoustic sensor. Now from what I can tell, a lot of people don't actually run the acoustic sensor, or they just don't have a good headset, because I mean, you won't appear on the map if they've got the acoustic sensor. If you're running Dead Silence, you're not going to appear as that little red cone on the map, but they can still hear your footsteps. The acoustic sensor boosts the hearing like for enemy footsteps, so it is a lot clearer. So I mean, you're not invincible when you have it, but I mean, I have decent headsets, so I can still hear people running around the corners if they're not appearing on the map, so I am somewhat ready for people. But when I'm using the Dead Silence, I feel like it's so easy to push in behind people, and especially when I've got everything on my character to help me get past, sneak up and kill without getting heard, seen or spotted. It just makes the game a lot easier. So to me, Dead Silence is the final perk every single time at the moment. So obviously there's a new character out now as well, the Russian hacker. To be honest, if you want her, good luck. Everyone's spamming trying to get her. You need lightning reactions to pick her at the moment. But for me, I keep going with Vision Pulse, this guy, the Recon, just because when I finally get my thing, I'm getting a lot of assist points, a lot of scoring games with it. But with my Vision Pulse, the opponents tend to not use the hacker on the Vision Pulse to destroy it. They normally wait for your team to call in the big kill streaks, which down the right you can see I'm not running very high streaks. And then also they tend to ruin a lot of the other specialists. Like for me, I do enjoy using Torque with his shield. You can basically cone off a section of the map with his barbed wire and shield. But for some reason, that EMP grenade that the hacker's got destroys the shield, destroys the barbed wire, and she's just too easy to get past. Whereas with this, the Vision Pulse and the Recon Dart, it's perfect. I mean, you're less likely to get your stuff blocked with it, I feel, and still actually get a use out of your specialist equipment. So yeah, as of right now, this is currently my favourite weapon, favourite class to use at the moment. This is the class if I'm trying something and I'm a bit annoyed by enemy players, I'm having a bad game, this is what I switch to at the moment. I am loving it. It's so easy to outshoot people. And yeah, I've had a few messages with people raging at me, calling me a GKS scrub. Did not know this weapon was a popular one. It must be, because I am getting the messages with people hating me for using it. But I mean, this recording is literally within 1 day of using this weapon. I am in love with this weapon. It is so fun. And yeah, I highly recommend this class setup. So that's going to be it for this video, guys. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and also make sure to subscribe if you're new. I will be posting more Black Ops 4 videos soon. But for now,